fifth generation warfare in Brazil. Welcome. Today, I'm not talking about tanks, missiles, or soldiers. I'm talking about the war you can't see, the war already being waged on your phone, in your media, and inside your mind. This is fifth generation warfare, and Brazil has become one of its key battlegrounds. Let's be clear, fifth generation warfare is not fought with bullets, but with beliefs. It uses no battlefields, only social feeds, courtrooms, classrooms, and public opinion. It's an invisible war, fought through psychological operations, media manipulation, legal weaponization, and economic coercion. The goal? Not to conquer land, but to control narratives, to destroy public trust, to silence opposition, not to invade, but to reshape a nation from within. Enter China, the master of fifth generation warfare. The Chinese Communist Party developed a doctrine known as the three warfares: psychological warfare, public opinion warfare, legal warfare. And Brazil? Brazil has become a textbook case. Through investments in telecommunications, ports, and 5G infrastructure, through partnerships with Huawei and state visits wrapped in diplomatic theater, China has embedded its influence in Brazilian systems. Not invisible, not loudly, but strategically. And here's the hard truth: they didn't do it alone. The internal puppets, Lula and Moraes. While Xi Jinping offers the strategy, Lula and Alexander de Moraes enforce it domestically. Moraes, Supreme Court Justice, has silenced journalists, deplatformed critics, and criminalized speech under the false pretense of protecting democracy. But censorship is not democracy. Persecuting opposition politicians is not due process, it's lawfare. Meanwhile, Lula parades across international summits, celebrating partnerships with China, inviting surveillance tech into the Brazilian digital grid, and aligning Brazil with regimes that imprison dissidents and censor the press. These are not leaders defending sovereignty. They are brokers of dependency, offering up the freedoms of the Brazilian people in exchange for control, protection, and power. But it gets worse. The weaponization of justice. One of the most dangerous aspects of fifth generation warfare is the hijacking of morality. Justice, social justice, a term once rooted in human dignity, has become a Trojan horse for authoritarian power. If you question the regime, you are far right. If you demand transparency, you are anti-democratic. If you defend free speech, you are inciting hate. In this system, your identity is weaponized against you. And the NGOs? Many are legitimate, but others, backed by foreign funds, including from narco-states and ideological motivated donors, serve as ideological mercenaries. They push progressive narratives that fracture society, destabilize institutions, and clear the path for technocratic control. They speak the language of compassion while working to install a system that crushes dissent. This is hybrid warfare. This is fifth generation warfare, and it's here. So what can you do? You fight back, not with violence, but with clarity, courage, and connection. First, you educate yourself. Learn how propaganda works. Study the matters of narrative warfare. If everyone is repeating the same talking points, ask why. Second, recognize the signs. Fear-mongering, emotional manipulation, sudden social media trends that divide society. Watch for them. Resist them. Third, secure your digital life. Use VPNs. Use encrypted apps. Avoid feeding personal data into surveillance platforms because information is ammunition. Fourth, build local truth networks. Fact check with people you trust. Follow independent journalists, not Globo, not state-funded outlets. Fifth, stay human. Fear isolates. Hope connects. This is a psychological war. And your sanity, your integrity, your empathy are weapons of resistance. A final thought. In a time of universal dissent, Telling the truth is revolutionary. Fifth-generation warfare turns countries into cages, not with soldiers, but with lies. But the door stays closed only if you refuse to see it. Brazil can resist, but it starts with the citizen, not the politician, and the citizen is you. Thank you so much.